The following is a paid program, and the views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of WJZ-FM, Odyssey, its sponsors, or affiliates.
The following is a pre-recorded show. Welcome to Winning in Retirement with your host, Brian Akers, certified financial planner professional and founder of Akers Financial Group. Now, helping you win in your retirement, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers, president and founder of Akers Financial Group and a certified financial planner practitioner. We have a special show for you today. I brought Sam Huff from my office, a financial advisor. Good morning, Sam Huff.
Good morning. Great to be here, Brian.
Yeah, it's been great having you at Akers Financial for over almost 5 years, 4 years now, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct. It's been a great ride so far.
I believe that we should have a show, and that show is to celebrate your child that was born a year ago.
Consider this almost an early birthday party for him.
Absolutely. And what we want to do is talk about the amazing gift of a new investment account that's out there. Everybody wants to hear it. I think it's called Trump Accounts.
That's right, sir. A Trump account.
Now, in our office, I believe what's happening really well is that you had got the opportunity to be the first person at Akers to set up a Trump account. And we're going to walk through that as part of our first quarter here. Sam Huff is a financial advisor, works with our clients. And what we try to do is make sure every one of us is working on different areas. Now, for Sam, he's been our Trump account guy. He's the one that's actually filed it with your tax return. Is that right?
That's correct. So with your 2025 taxes, if you had a child born in 2025, you can file Form 4547, and that starts the process.
Yeah, 4547 form. Guess where that came from, right?
That's right.
President of 45 and President 47 is Trump, and that's where he got that form from to set this up. All right, so what's happened so far for you? You had to set up the account. How did you do that?
Right. So as I said, with your 2025 taxes, you file a Form 4547. Mm-hmm. Along with that, I got an email from trumpaccount.gov around mid-June.
Is it Trump Accounts with an S .gov, I believe, right?
Thank you for that correction.
Yeah, so Trump Accounts with an S .gov. If you go there, they have a full website planned out for you to really see and read and see videos. And that's what you went through, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. So when you go to the link that they provide for you, you fill out the information that you filled out in your tax return. So you confirm your information and you confirm the child's information as well. And then you get a bright, happy celebration screen that says your child will get a gift of $1,000 courtesy of the U.S. government.
And that starts July 4th, 2026 is when Trump accounts should be funded somewhere around that time. Is that correct?
We'll see. We'll see. The website says as early as July 4th. They don't say the later date. We'll see what that is.
The actual date, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So some general thing. Trump accounts are, the idea is a child's born, January of 25 through December of 28, and then they will be eligible for this $1,000.
That's correct. Every child will be eligible to open a Trump account, but only children born January 1st of 25 through December 31st of 28 will get the free $1,000 deposit.
Now, every child, there's an age limit, 10 years old, I believe?
I believe you can open the account until they're age 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so what happens is this. Some people think, oh, this is a child account. It'd be great for college. And what we want to tell people is this show today is called Trump Accounts. It's a retirement account, not a college account. So this is really about opening up an account for your child that's going to grow for their retirement 59 and a half years from now.
That's right. I would consider it as, if you're considering it as an education vehicle, I would say you're educating your child how to invest. What is investing? What is compound interest? Sure. But it's not going to be used for their education itself. At
all. I believe that it's when they're 18 years old, it becomes like a retirement account.
Yeah. The website says that a Trump account is a sort or a kind of individual retirement account.
Yeah, I wonder how they'll label it once they turn 18. We'll find out, right?
I've been wondering that. We'll see in 18 years.
Well, the thing about this is that it's sort of being created on its own. Mm-hmm. Right now, there's one custodian. A custodian is someone that would hold the money. Who is that?
Currently, all the Trump accounts are through Robinhood.
So Robinhood would be the custodian that you have a direct account with that. Akers Financial Group does not represent Robinhood or have money through Robinhood. So this would be something where you have a direct account with them. The $1,000 will go in sometime after July 4th, and that would be the beginning of the account and the beginning of the growing of that account.
Absolutely.
Now, the good thing is that this money grows tax deferred. That means that it's going to be taxable at some point in time. And it's going to be taxable when they withdraw at retirement age. And they really have no ability to withdraw the money until what age?
That would be, unless there's some other circumstance, that would be age 59 and a half. So they got a long wait coming up.
Yeah, without the penalty, right. But I think there's no way to withdraw until 18.
Yes.
And then after 18, you can pay the income tax on the 1,000 plus growth and another 10% penalty and get it out if you had to, I think, right?
That's correct. The same exceptions would be as if it was a normal individual retirement account, such as if you're purchasing a home, you can pull out $10,000
out of the Trump account.
Out of the Trump account.
Wow.
And the other one would be, I believe, for direct tuition payments, you can pull funds out.
Up to a certain limit, I hope.
Yes.
We'll have to find out, right?
We'll have to find out.
All right. So as we talk about the Trump account, I got to understand that it's a brand new child, well, a fresh one that just occurred.
That's right.
And so Sam is a new father, and it is wonderful to be able to have an account where there's technically free money, right?
I'll never say no to it, Brian.
Yeah, so we encourage Sam to investigate this, to get started in it. We also encourage Sam not to contribute to it at the beginning because we don't know all the facts, right?
That's right. If I'm putting my money somewhere, I would much prefer to know where my money's going.
All right, so the reason I'm heading this direction in our conversation is the reality is, do you know what index is being purchased inside the Robinhood account?
All I know, and all they've told anybody, is that it will be invested in one ETF that covers a broad U.S. company stocks.
Right, and so we don't know exactly what ETF that is. And so when we invest money, as an advisor, it's say, if you want to add extra, I wouldn't add to something you don't know what you're buying.
I absolutely agree. Hopefully they'll tell us by July 4th when the accounts will supposedly be funded.
The word supposedly is funny. It's the concept is that they had a law starting in July 4th, 2025 to create these. The funding and all that is working. The reality of are they at a point where they can actually accept the money and get the money there? That's going to be the hardest part. It looks like the website's up and running. The forms hit for your tax return.
Yep.
You can also go to trumpaccounts.gov and do the form right now. It doesn't have to be with the tax return.
Yeah, it looks very simple. I was lucky enough to fill it out with my 2025 taxes since we have great tax advice here at Acres Financial Group.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, you go to trumpaccounts.gov. They direct you to the IRS website, and it's a pretty simple process to file the form directly online there. And then presumably you'll get an email shortly after with instructions on how to open the account.
Yeah, so what happens is that his child will be able to put money in, $1,000, and what's cool is that money can grow over time. And so if it's in a stock market and averages like 8%, 10% a year, you can actually take advantage of the ability to compound the growth over many, many years. And so that's a nice thing. And now this is not a fund that's going to be for buying a car, paying for tuition, private school. It's really not to be used at all except for retirement accounts. It can be converted to a Roth. What that means is that you can actually move it to a Roth IRA once that child has earned income, like a normal conversion rule, and convert it to a Roth would then make it tax-free ultimately after you pay the tax on the conversion. So there's lots of options, but we're talking, let's call it 16, 18 years from now before we do that for anybody.
Yeah.
But right now, we're just talking about Trump accounts and what they are. All right, so tell me about the website. Did they educate you on investing? What kind of videos, things like that, they walk you through?
Yeah, the website's pretty cool. I would say, especially if you're raising your children and trying to emphasize financial literacy and everything like that, the website can be very useful. There's explanations on what is a stock, what is an ETF, what is compound interest, why do we invest, how long does it actually take. And one thing that I thought was really good, Brian, was what's the difference between putting in $1,000 now and putting $1,000 in and then say even $50 a month. Over time, those small contributions make a really big difference.
They do, and that's exactly a concept for any style of investing. The thing about the free money or the government contribution being $1,000 and opening an account for that, I really like that idea because you get the free money. The contributions, I'm very leery of adding contributions into a Trump account. I'd rather add it to any other investment. And then throughout the show today, we're going to talk about what other investment choices are out there? There's uniform transfer to minors. There's Roth IRAs for kids who have earned income at a young age. There's 529. I believe in investments is always about purpose. What are we trying to accomplish? What are we trying to do? Now, grandparents, people like that might want to put more and more money into some account like this. There might be another account that might be more beneficial to give the family control before the next 18 years, if it's needed. So the idea here is this. Understand Trump accounts. Now, Sam, you and your wife set up this account. Yeah, you guys set up that account. Did you set up with one person, or can both of you be on the account? How did you set up the account?
Just one parent can be on the account with the child. So in this case, it's me.
Now, can it be anybody? Can the grandparent or an uncle and aunt set up an account for a child? How does that work?
Yeah, it's an important question. So there's a certain order that it goes in. For the child, the legal guardian can open the account, and assuming that's a parent, obviously a parent. But if the parent isn't the legal guardian, the parent has no authorization to do so. So it goes legal guardian, parent, and then grandparent.
So grandparent after that. Okay. You can't have multiple accounts just once.
Right.
And
so
you can't have 10 accounts, get $10,000 deposits.
So unlike a 529 or unlike a IRA or anything like that, you can only have one Trump account. A Trump account is unique, individual, one per person. So
you need the child's name, Social Security number, and all that to be able to set it up.
Exactly right.
And that all goes through the website to begin?
That's right, yeah.
And once again, let's review. That's Trump accounts with the S.gov. And then that leads you to the IRS form 4547.
Yes, 4547 if you haven't already filled it out with your tax return.
And that's if the child's born and you're given a birth date and a Social Security number. If the child's coming, then we'll have more information about that after this next break.
Exactly right.
All right. Well, I appreciate the information, Sam. I know you've been helping us guide through it and be the first one to sign up. And hopefully we'll see the money arrive and be there for your child for the future. And we'll see actually what investment it buys, right?
I'll keep you updated. That'd
be great. I appreciate it very much. Now, Acres Financial Group, we're local, we're independent. We don't report to a big company on Wall Street. We report to you. We do have offices in Forest Hill and Lutherville, clients all around the Mid-Atlantic region, all around the country, and even a few around the world. It's so easy to begin winning in retirement. You just give us a call and schedule your free meeting with one of our team of advisors by calling 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. We'll give you a call on Monday to schedule your free in-person meeting. Go to acresfinancialgroup.com or call us at 833-946-7384 to start planning for your retirement now. Do you get to pick the Trump account investments? We'll talk about this when we return. Financial freedom isn't luck, it's a plan. Are you ready to build your plan? For 34 years, we have helped Maryland families plan for retirement. We know luck isn't a strategy, proper planning is. At Acres Financial Group, we create customized retirement plans to grow your wealth, minimize taxes, and protect what you have earned. We will work with you to create a plan that fits your life. No guesswork, no luck, just clear steps to financial confidence. Your plan will be as unique as your fingerprint. Where your money should go is based on your financial fingerprint. The plan we create is unique to your needs. So give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting with us or visit our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384 or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. Member FINRA, SIPC. You have built wealth, but are your investments working as hard as you did to earn them? I have lived my entire life in Harford County, and for 34 years, my team and I have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. At Acres Financial Group, we know you worked hard to save money, so we want to help you retire and enjoy all of your retirement years. We want you to have a stress-free retirement no matter what happens on Wall Street. The plan that we create with you will be as unique as your fingerprint. We'll do the hard work for you and make sure your investments are working even harder. Give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting with us or visit our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Call us at 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384 or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule a free meeting. Member FINRA SIPC.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers, president and founder of Akers Financial Group. Today's show is called Child Trump Accounts. We're going to talk about retirement account, not a college account. Now, here in the second quarter, I'm bringing another financial advisor in off the bench. She's been sitting on the bench ready and waiting as Sam Huff. He's our youngest guy with a child. He was born last year. Now we bring Paul Franco, who has a child due in August this year.
Coming due August, yeah.
Paul Franco is a financial advisor at Akers Financial Group and has been on the show many times. Welcome to the second quarter here, Paul.
Yeah, this is odd, not doing the first quarter with you, but this is nice.
Yeah, well,
Two more quarters
I
after
had to
this.
bring reality of someone who's actually done it, actually gone to the website, signed their child up. And that's what we walk through.
Yeah, it's so interesting. We get so many calls and questions about these Trump accounts, and a lot of it's we're learning as we go, right?
And you have a child coming this year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
but you can't have a Trump account yet.
not yet. Nope. Got to have a Social Security number, Brian.
Yeah, well, for me or for them? Yeah, so the child would have to be born, have a name, have a birth date, have a Social Security number. Then you could go and file your fancy 4547 form.
Yeah, isn't that funny? 4547.
And you can get that through irs.gov, or you can go to the Trump accounts with an S.gov and get all the information and find out about it. So today our goal is to really talk about Trump accounts, our opinion of it, how to work with it, how does it work? Should we care? Should we do something about it? I'm always into saying yes to free money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So no matter what we talk on the show, hey, do the paperwork, or not really paperwork, all online. Get it signed up, get your child signed up, and let's go.
Yeah, and you can even have, and depending on like the time frame of when your child's being born, for those who are expecting, like this is a big deal. It's that there comes a time that you're going to have to go up and sign up for it. We want you to. It's free money.
Yeah, so the free money is $1,000 from the federal government. They say it should arrive after July 4th of 2026. No date after that. Now, here in the second quarter, we're going to get into a little more detail, but we're going to talk about the very first thing that drives me a little crazy, and that is this. Do you get to pick the Trump account investments? Paul Franco, do you get to pick after your son or child is born? Are you able to pick the investment?
Yeah, it's the language is a little bit odd with the way they kind of say it, but they use language like you have to buy low cost index funds, index strategies, ETFs, and I sure hope we're going to be able to pick those choices, especially if we know we're going to be investing this money for a longer period of time. Yeah. I want to make sure we're getting good returns, good long-term returns.
In my understanding, they're going to have one. And then I believe they'll add later more choices. I also believe they're still building it out to make it work.
Right. So like you said before, they're using Robinhood as one of those kind of agents to kind of create this infrastructure. But will they let you transfer it out to other custodians later?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet, right?
Yeah, there's only one approved, right?
Right. And so I'm sure that may happen, but
when the child's 18, I believe there'll be a version, but that's a long time from now.
Sure is.
So who can open the account is children. It's for children that are born January of 2025 and are will be born by December 31st of 2028.
Yes.
Just happened to be during this presidential time period.
Yeah. And boy, oh boy, if you were born December of 2024, you just missed the cut.
You don't get the $1,000. You can still have an account.
Yep.
But you can't get $1,000.
Right.
All right. So investment choice is a big deal. And one of the reasons that when we talk about Trump account, there's a free money. You got to sign up, get it set up for that child. The next thing is, should you add money when you don't know the investment? I say no. What do you think, Paul?
I would agree with that, and I'd say wait till we know more. At this point, there is no tax break for contributions, and so there's not a huge benefit in contributing. Now, one big benefit would be the accumulating, the compounding of that money on larger sums, but there's a lot of unknown out there. So I'm with you that really just signing up, getting that free money, the free $1,000 seed, they're calling it, that's going to go in that account is, and investing that is the good first step.
Yeah. Now, the reality is who can actually open it? We talked about that in the first quarter. Basically, it's the legal guardian, the parent, the sibling, and only after that it could be a grandparent. So grandparents just can't rush out and get it. There only can be one per child. It really needs to be opened by the parent.
Yeah, you know what's ironic, Brian, is that I've been getting more of the questions from the grandparents.
Well,
Not the parents, the grandparents.
Well, that's why we bring this up on their Winning in Retirement shows, because the grandparents come to us and go, hey, I like my kids. I love my grandchildren.
Yep.
How can I help them with their future? How can I give them money? And this comes down to this whole concept of how can they do it? What the best way to do a legacy? So Trump accounts, the concept came from the One Big Beautiful Bill last year, and that was when it started, July 4th of 25, and then now they're actually getting it funded and getting started sometime after July 4th of 26.
Yeah, the concept's really incredible, in some ways, just like the idea of setting aside money early, as early as when they're first born, and having money grow and compound for 18 years or more, and having them get a jump start when they do turn 18. I like the concept of that, but here's the thing: as planners, we try to plan that already. We plan that ahead of time
in many different ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So later in the show, we're going to cover all the different ways you can save for grandkids and money put aside for them for certain reasons. There's certain accounts that can do that. This account has one major thing, and that is liquidity. Is there liquidity?
Yeah.
And we're going to cover that also as we get to the third quarter. One of the things about investing is that I love investing when I know what I'm investing in. And so that's why you're allowed to contribute $5,000 per year, I believe, to the account.
Yep, that's correct.
But you can't put more than that. But I also don't want to invest money in something I don't know where it's being invested.
Yeah, absolutely. And the $5,000 per year, by the way, is all contributions into that account. It can be from employer, from personal, from grandma, from grandpa. It has to be $5,000 maximum.
How about the federal government $1,000? That counts?
That's a good question. I think it does.
Yep.
Yeah, the first $1,000 would count towards that $5,000 limit in that first year.
Now, contributions, I've heard that in some states there are wealthy people that have come alongside, like Michael Dell has put aside $6 billion to give out to people that live in certain zip codes, certain economic situations where they'll put some money aside, right?
Yeah, and it's a really cool legacy and tool for that. But yeah, we have to count that towards our contributions. It's almost like contributing to a traditional IRA, where if your limit, if you're under 50, is $7,500, you can't go over that limit. It works kind of similarly to that with that $5,000 figure.
And do you remember about the Michael Dell story and like how much per kid? Is it $250 a kid?
I believe it's $250, yeah, unless that's changed. But $250 per child based on the zip code that you're in, and using income thresholds, which I believe is $150,000 for a married couple. If you're below that,
that's only in certain states, though, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who else did this?
So Ray Dalio, Ray and his wife also are kind of pledging some funds to help towards this. Depending on the
for state of Connecticut.
State of Connecticut, right. And then Brad Gerstner, another fellow that's been outward big fan of the Trump accounts, has pledged it to Indiana residents and under certain circumstances. That's pretty cool, though. Just it's also free money that they're putting into your account. That money grows and compounds for you. It's a good deal.
Yeah. So the idea here is that you can fund it, and the government's going to fund one time. There might be someone that has a philanthropist that wants to add to it. You have to see how to apply for that. And then there's the idea that your employer has the right to fund it if you choose. I'm not sure about that as an employer, if I would.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where it's invested. I'm so hung up on show me my money. Where's it going?
Yeah, I've read there's a lot of employers that are out there that are considering matching contributions you make into those. But again, there's no tax break though, Brian.
Yeah.
That's one of the fascinating parts, which I'm sure we'll get into a little bit later. But
yeah, well, you never know with no tax breaks. What's the reason? The reason usually when you invest with no tax break is you want to have access to the money. And the simple thing is you have access after 18 years old, right?
Yeah. You said before.
Nothing before that.
Right. You forfeit liquidity. Absolutely.
Yeah. So the Trump accounts, the child Trump accounts that we're talking about today, those Trump accounts, they are a retirement account, not a college account. So when we're talking about investments, putting in stock market is a good place. And it sounds like that's where they're headed, into like an ETF, exchange traded fund. They have videos on trumpaccounts.gov to try to teach you about these things. These are not through advisors. There's no advisor involvement. It's all you directly through these accounts. So that's why we're having a little radio show to teach you about them.
Yeah. Very, very important, especially this time of year now.
All right. So Paul is in a situation where they're having a child soon. They can learn about it, but he can't act on it until after the child is born. Then they can set up the account, and then money will be funded at some point in time after that.
Yeah, they do just say it's going to be sometime after July 4th. Really not a specific date on when that first $1,000 gets put into the account for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to tease about the name Trump accounts or if his picture of him will be on this statement or not, but the idea is that people save money. They grow a tax deferred over time. There are penalties later, things like that, if you pull it out. I think the idea of funding and getting money set aside for people long term is a good idea, teaching America to save and to try to grow.
Yeah.
And that's all a very big deal. So this quarter, we're talking about, do you get to pick the investments with Trump accounts? And the answer is, we don't. The answer is no right now. We're hoping they allow more choices.
I think they will. I think they will eventually. It's just a matter of when and when other custodians will create their version of that you can transfer over to.
Yeah, and who will they allow in? I think 3 million people signed up so far.
Yes.
And then we'll see from there.
Yeah.
So the show's going pretty quickly so far about Trump accounts. Why do we do a show on Trump accounts? It's about giving money for the kids and grandkids, helping them have a future that's bright. As pensions and all these other things go away, we have to save on our own. People that have a little extra money, grandparents especially, they want those kids to be successful financially, and learning about compounding their investments is a big deal, and that's how they can make this money last a lifetime and even help those kids have money throughout their lifetime also.
Definitely.
Yeah, things go fast here. All right, for 35 years, we have been helping Maryland families build secure retirements that won't run out of money. We know that creating reliable income is one of the most important parts of any retirement plan. At Acres Financial Group, we design personalized, tax-efficient strategies to generate dependable retirement income from your lifetime of savings so that you can enjoy your retirement with confidence. So give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE and schedule an in-person meeting with one of our team of advisors. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. 833-946-7384, or visit our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage and schedule a meeting right there. Should you contribute to a Trump account? We'll talk about this when we return.
What is your vision for retirement? For 34 years, Brian Akers and his team at Akers Financial Group have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. Whether you're dreaming of traveling the world, spending time with family, or starting a passion project, your retirement plan should match your vision. Akers Financial Group creates personalized retirement plans to both grow and protect your wealth. From optimizing investments to planning for taxes, your plan will be as unique as your fingerprint. Brian and his team want to align your money with your vision for retirement. That determines where your money should be invested. Call it 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting or visit acresfinancialgroup.com. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384. Or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. Member FINRA SIPC.
Retirement won't make you happy. It's how you live it that determines your happiness. For 34 years, Brian Akers and his team at Akers Financial Group have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. Getting to know you and how you want to spend your retirement years is an important part of your retirement plan. So is the money you've saved. When Brian and his team put all of that together, they can help you plan for a happy and prosperous retirement. Now is the time to get started planning for happiness. The sooner you begin, the sooner you can relax, knowing you finally have a retirement plan. Give Brian and his team a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting or visit acresfinancialgroup.com. Call WIN-RETIRE, that's 833-946-7384, or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. That's acresfinancialgroup.com. Member FINRA SIPC.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back indeed to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers. Here with me today is Paul Franco. We're talking about Trump accounts, child Trump accounts. They are retirement accounts, not a college account. So, Paul Franco, welcome back to the third quarter.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian. You're not that excited, are you?
Oh, I'm very excited.
I got $1,000 free money for you.
Well, we'll see when it comes in, right?
Well, it's $1,000 because you and your wife are having a child later this year, and that $1,000 will go right into your child's Trump account.
Pretty good deal, right?
It'll be held by Robinhood.
Yep.
And invested where?
We'll see.
Yeah. Most likely the stock market is where they're going to put the $1,000 into an index. And that index should be low cost, should be reasonable. And the idea is that you put money at 0, they're born, and then you run it to 18, the money starts to grow. So $1,000, I'm testing your math skills, Paul.
Okay.
$1,000, they're born. At 18 years old, at 8%, what kind of investment value should we be at?
Okay, so at 8%, you should get 2 doubling cycles on that initial $1,000.
2 doubling cycles.
Right, so that 1,000 should turn to 2,000. That 1,000 should to 2,000 after 9 years.
Yeah. And
then that 2,000 would turn a double to 4,000 at year 18. So roughly $4,000 if you don't add any new money to it.
Oh, so you're just doing a Rule 72 estimating. You're not giving me some. I thought your brain gave us an exact calculation.
What's the exact one? Like
3,000.
Somebody will be able to pull it up. I'm gonna go with roughly $4,000 even.
That's funny. No, so we all know you can't get 8% every year in the stock market. You get 25, you get negative 15. There's all kinds of movement. What do you think about the idea of these kids that invest their money now and then they take it out at retirement? It's, let's say, age 60.
Yeah.
Without adding anything else to it, what could $1,000 become for them?
Now, I did do the math on that through the fancy old compound interest calculator. And in 60 years, on that initial 1,000 you put in without any new contributions, at an average 8% is a little over $101,000 by the time you're 60 years old.
How about that? That's very, very cool. Oh, man, I did the actual calculator on the 1,000 to the age 18.
What is it?
$4,078.40.
There it is.
All right,
it's a little bit more than that. Good.
No, your estimate was right on.
Yeah.
All right. So what you just said was, if this child sets up this or not the child, they're just 0, right? They can't set it up. The parent sets it up for the child, and the account is set up. $1,000 goes in, it's invested in stocks, at average 8% for 60 years. So 60 years from now is the end of this century. 20.
Wow. Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
It'd be 2086, right?
Yep. Sure would.
Almost. Yeah.
I don't even want to think about
that. So
that.
the 80s coming back. Hopefully the music's as good as the last 80s.
That's right.
But that amazing account will go from $1,000 to $100,000 roughly.
Right. And that's just with compound interest.
No adding to it, nothing.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to get at here is that's a big deal for educating people. And I think it's exciting for people to realize, hey, I can do this by investing my money. I can do this by putting money in the stock market, not being scared and putting it just in a cash account. But I can make money grow to actually help my family way down the road.
Yeah, and what you just said there, educating, the education aspect of it, then it teaches them that then introduces the concept of other ways that they can save on their own, and they're introduced to that compound interest. I would love to be able to have a conversation with my son when he is of age of understanding and saying, hey, this money that you put that was put into this account for you when you were born is now worth X amount of dollars. And they're going to say, how? What does that mean? And it introduces that conversation about compound interest. And I think that's a cool thing.
Yeah. So Trump accounts, I think everybody should think about it as a retirement account for that little kid, not a college fund. Now, there is a way to pull a little bit of money out for college. I think that's just like a regular IRA. There's a limit on how much, but it's a way of pulling it out, but it is taxable, but not penalized.
Right. Yeah. So there's weird rules around it because what happens is it kind of converts into a traditional IRA when they hit the age of majority, which would be 18 in Maryland. And then so it basically becomes subject to the rules that a traditional IRA would be, where you can use the money to pay for qualified education expenses to avoid the 10% early withdrawal penalty, but you still have to pay tax on the money. You have to pay tax on all of the money because it's just like a traditional IRA.
It's never been taxed.
Exactly.
All right. So, and it'd be taxed at whatever rate that child is at.
Yep.
To convert, let's say at 18 years old and the kid's in college and they can convert, what's a good thing about that, converting is paying tax now and never again. But if they're not making any income, it could be a really good time to convert some or part of that account to a Roth.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Yeah.
And then it converts before they get a job. You can't contribute to a Roth at that age because you have to have earned income. But if you have a job, you can contribute.
Yep.
All right. So we could work with that.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool planning idea. And who knows down the road what that'll look like. But yeah, convert that $4,000 at a no income tax rate and let it grow tax free. It's a really good deal.
Yeah, I think the limit we talked about earlier is there's $5,000 a year is the most that can go in it, and that's from all sources. It's like an IRA contribution. It's called a child Trump contribution, $5,000, not deductible. Doesn't help you tax wise at all. It just gets money set aside. Generally, we're not a fan because of we don't like knowing that we don't have a clue where the investments are going,
right?
And then you don't have access to any of it in 18 years. So. Yeah. That's a tough thing.
Yeah. And maybe the rules will change a little bit.
I hope they do.
Yeah, and then maybe that introduces a new radio show. We got to talk about the new rules, but for now.
Well, if you think about 401ks when they started in the 80s, 83s, and those things started building out, it's all these different rules. Your pension's gone, but now you got to contribute. The contributions have to go into the investments the company picks, which back then was company stock and maybe one or two others. There wasn't much choice. And then that was your choice. Money would grow, and then you couldn't even touch it till after you retired. Over the years, that's changed into portfolios, target date funds, in-service withdrawals at 59.5. Lots of changes, lots of choices, and then people can actually move money out and keep working and to build their portfolio as wide as possible.
Right. Yeah, lots of flexibility.
In the 401ks, right? So I'm using that as an example of will the Trump accounts become that?
Yep.
Now, who knows, right?
Right. I think you're right, though. They will become that in some way. It's just a matter of when. And so we got to stay on top of that, right?
Yeah, so the thing about what state you're in matters, and that's because that would dictate if you can move or access the money at 21 or 18. So that's a very important fact to know about the state that you might be in or the grandchild might be in it currently. The child, like we're trying to say earlier about the Trump accounts, you had to be born January 1st of 2025 through December 31st of 2028 to qualify for the $1,000 contribution.
Exactly, yeah.
That means if you're more than like a year and a half old, they don't get any free money, but you could have an account.
Right. You can open the account. They can open the account anybody under the age 18, for anybody under the age 18. But yeah, you're right. No $1,000 initial investment from the Treasury, right?
Yeah, and no free money. And I think without free money, I don't know if you should really do any of this, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the tough part's going to be like even with like 529 plans, right? So Maryland has our 529 plans for college savings, where we can make contributions and get a tax deduction on our state, depending on the plan you use. Like if we use the Maryland 529 plan,
yeah,
I'd be very surprised if it's something like that doesn't happen state by state.
Yeah, this is a federal government rule only right now.
Yep.
The states haven't helped with it, contributed towards it, or offered anything really. So I think what we got to do is the rules of the game are what they are. Use those rules, be cautious, try to work the account the best you can. I would say get signed up, get the free money. Slowly think about adding, probably not right now.
Yeah. It's a tough one because it's important to be educated on it now because come 15 years down the road, and if the rules stay the exact same, and you go, I'm going to take money out of my Trump account to help, my grandson buy his first car.
Yeah.
And then you realize you can't do it.
You can't touch anything.
Right.
At 18, you can, but then you got to pay tax on the whole thing.
Yep.
And a 10% penalty. So if it's worth $4,000 or $5,000, you're going to have a $500 penalty, taxes on the growth or all of it.
Yep.
It's never been taxed, just like ordinary income tax.
Exactly. Yeah.
It might not be a terrible thing at a kid's tax rate, but it's the best.
It's still penalties. It's still taxes. It's we try to avoid those where we can.
Yeah. So what happens in investing at Acres Financial Group? We love the concept of investing with purpose, investing your money, knowing what you're trying to do with it. And so when you have kids, younger kids, you have lots of choices. You have 529s. You're talking about that with the Maryland 529. That Maryland 529 can be money that goes in. You get a little bit of a deduction, and it grows tax-free for the qualified use of college. And that also can go into a Roth IRA at the end after you had it 15 years. So the idea there on a 529 is open up one early, as early as you can.
Yeah.
Like maybe right after they're born.
Yeah, that's another one, right? You can't open it. I get that sometimes. Oh, can I open my 529 plan before? Nope, still need they need to be born. You need to know their name. You need to have a social security number.
Officially, you can find another grandkid and switch it out, but then it's not quite as clean.
Yeah, there's some weird planning things we can do, right, Brian?
Yeah. So we believe investing with purpose, knowing how your investments are going to go, because you know what they actually are. I don't mean to make this sound so simple, but it's a big deal. I think it's nice when they come up with an idea, but the actually logistics of how's it going to work, we got to wait for that. So don't get so excited and throw money at things when you could have other choices.
Right, but it does mean go online, TrumpAccounts.gov, sign up.
Yeah, do the videos, do the IRS form 4547.
Yep. And then Brian, you mentioned make sure you coordinate it. If you're a grandparent, make sure you coordinate it with your son or daughter, or another guardian. Make sure there's only one Trump account being opened for that grandchild or that child.
Yeah, very true. And then after it's open, you could contribute to it. We'll talk about more throughout the show about should we do that or not.
Right.
All right, things are flying by this quarter. We've been talking about Trump accounts, and the big subject this quarter was really about should you put money into that? Should you add money to it? And the answer is we don't think you should. We think you should wait till there's more information. Some of that information is where's it going?
Exactly. Yep, I agree.
And so what will happen here soon after the 4th of July will be the idea that they're going to fund the account. And that funding goes to your Robinhood custodian Trump account, and then they'll invest the money in ETF, and we'll find out what they bought.
Yeah.
Not the best way to invest money, but that's an idea. All right, so we all want to retire. We know the best part of retirement is getting your time back, or you decide how you use it. And that's what we do at Acres Financial Group is we help you get ready for your retirement years. And part of that is building your legacy for your family. And that's what our show is all about today. So go ahead and give us a call at 833-946-7384 or go to our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. That's AKERS financialgroup.com and sign up for our free meeting. Is the Trump account a good thing? We'll give you our verdict in a moment when we return with more of Winning in Retirement.
Retirement won't make you happy. It's how you live it that determines your happiness. For 34 years, Brian Akers and his team at Akers Financial Group have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. Getting to know you and how you want to spend your retirement years is an important part of your retirement plan. So is the money you've saved. When Brian and his team put all of that together, they can help you plan for a happy and prosperous retirement. Now is the time to get started planning for happiness. The sooner you begin, the sooner you can relax, knowing you finally have a retirement plan. Give Brian and his team a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting or visit acresfinancialgroup.com. Call WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384 or visit AKERSfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. Member FINRA SIPC.
What is your vision for retirement? For 34 years, Brian Akers and his team at Akers Financial Group have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. Whether you're dreaming of traveling the world, spending time with family, or starting a passion project, your retirement plan should match your vision. Akers Financial Group creates personalized retirement plans to both grow and protect your wealth. From optimizing investments to planning for taxes, your plan will be as unique as your fingerprint. Brian and his team want to align your money with your vision for retirement. That determines where your money should be invested. Call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting or visit acresfinancialgroup.com. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384. Or visit AKERSfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. acresfinancialgroup.com. Member FINRA SIPC.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers, president and founder of Akers Financial Group. Here with me today is Paul Franco, financial advisor. We both serve as financial advisors through Akers Financial Group and through Arcadius Capital, Arcadius Wealth, and are licensed in everything that's possible that we try to help people. We love financial planning. We think that's a big deal on financial planning when it comes to making sure whatever you're doing with your money applies to you and your situation, which happens to lead to this fourth quarter, which is the Trump account a good thing? Our show today is called a Child Trump Account, retirement account, not a college account. But is it a good thing? And so if you've listened to the whole show, you found out some of it is. But now we're going to get to the bottom line answer. Is the Trump account a good thing? Paul Franco, what's your opinion?
I think it's a good thing. I think if I do my math correctly, Brian, with no initial contribution, that's 1,000% return on that free $1,000 that you're getting in that account for you that you didn't have to put.
Is it infinity return when you got nothing?
I think you're right, mathematically, yeah, but that's a free $1,000 by going on and signing up and having it put in your account. I think that's good. That's one way of maximizing your investments is getting that. But I agree that contributing to it, I'd probably hold off at this point.
Yeah, so the idea is the Trump account a good thing. It will be. We're still finding out everything about it. We're trying to figure out such thing as what is it going to be invested in? We know it's going to be an ETF or mutual fund. Most likely an ETF, low cost.
Right.
100% stocks probably.
Yep. Yeah.
It might be more balanced than just one index, though.
I sure hope we'll be able to help our clients, though, pick, a
little bit.
Some, right? I hope so.
Well, we'll find out here. But the idea is this. Trump accounts are built for kids that were born January 1st, 2025 or through December 31st of 2028. Those kids get $1,000 added to their Trump account through the process of going on websites, trumpaccounts.gov, and basically go on the IRS website, doing the 4547 or doing it through your return. And then you get triggered to open the account online and it gets set up. And then you get your $1,000 ultimately after July 4th of 2026.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Brian. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to signing up. We'll see. My due date is beginning of August, so we'll have to see. If it's going to be sooner or after that. But it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I've not said on the radio that I'm getting my first grandchildren, 2 of them this year. So both of them would have the opportunity for Trump accounts, right?
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have to wait till we see. They have to land, right? Then they have to get their birth dates, their Social Security numbers, and then we open up the accounts.
Yeah, funny enough, this has nothing to do with this, but the appointment I just got back from not too long ago, the OBGYN said, "Paul, do you want to catch the baby? Do you want to catch the baby?" And I looked at her. I said, "Are you really asking me that? Of course I don't."
I cut the umbilical cord on one of my children.
I'll do that, but catching the baby was I'll let the professionals handle that.
You never know. So we're talking about Trump accounts. Well, let's continue my conversations. I got 2 grandkids coming, and those grandkids.
Congrats, Brian. It's amazing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's one of those
first
things.
First grandkids, right?
Absolutely. But they're coming, and they were going to invest money, and I'm like, I'm not adding to a Trump account because I don't know where it's going. I like to do something else. So the first thing that I want to do is the Maryland 529 plans. You can do $2,500 per kid to start out. I can take it off my taxes. Anybody can add $2,500, take off their taxes. No limit to how much goes in. The same compounding can build for the purpose of education, private school, college. And I think when you think about kids that are young, that's probably one of the biggest expenses they have facing in front of them is however they're going to be educated, getting that money set aside.
Right. And that, like you said, if you're going to open the Trump account with the purpose of education, you're probably opening the wrong account. You're opening the 529 plan because that's meant for education.
Right. And so Maryland has a good plan, and you get to pick the investments, or you can do target date. If you've heard our show before, we pick the investment accounts, not the target date.
Yes.
The other thing would be is that what else can I do for my grandkids? So I think, well, if I save money, I want full liquidity. I can use it for whatever reason. If I use a uniform gift to minors, uniform transfer to minors, uniform transfer to minors.
What does that stand for, Brian?
You tell me. I'm sorry. UTMA means the fact that we have a custodian for that kid, for the grandkid, and it'll be taxed at that grandkid's tax rate. And the first 14 years of their life is technically their parents' tax rate, but you don't really show up income to like $700. So it depends on how much you put into it.
Right.
But the UTMA is an account that's fully liquid. If you have it in stocks and you sell it, it's a capital gains rate, could be pretty low, maybe zero. So the idea is really, how can you invest money? Well, the Trump account, you put money in, it's not deductible, but it gross tax deferred. So that means, I think if I'm understanding, I take my after-tax $100, put it in the Trump account, they got to pay tax on the way out.
That's exactly how I interpret it as well.
Unless they do an 8606 form, right?
Right. Unless they can track the basis somehow, which there is nothing about that at this point.
Yes, we don't know that. So the idea of good thing, and I'm telling you my exact situation, where am I going to put the money for the grandkids? I got Roth IRA is another one. They're not going to work hard this first year. I mean, at Acres Financial Group, we don't hire
You're
kids.
not going to put them to work that early, not yet, right?
No, I mean, once they can carry trash cans out, we'll run them through payroll a little bit.
Clean the trash cans, you know.
So that's actually a Roth IRA for younger kids. If they have real, true income, you can do a Roth IRA. What's that called?
Right. So I've done that. It's called a custodial Roth IRA, where we could have a grandparent or a parent open a Roth IRA for their kid who has earned income. I had a case where their kid's mowing grass, making a few $1,000s a year. We could open a custodial Roth IRA for him and put up to the amount that he earned.
And shows on his tax return.
Yes, exactly.
This can't be pocket cash because that will not show, and which does not qualify as income for a Roth contribution.
Correct. Yes.
So if we have a kid working anywhere, 15 years old, whatever age, making a couple $1,000 or $100, they can put that amount of money into a Roth IRA, which is exactly where the concept of Trump would get you to a Roth if you convert and pay the tax later.
Right. And that money grows tax-free.
Why not tax-free from day one?
Right.
And why fund the Trump when you can fund the Roth for a kid at that age?
Yep. Agreed.
So the idea is this. At Acres Financial Group, we love financial planning. We have a show called Winning in Retirement. Trump accounts are because our clients have won in retirement, and they want to help the legacy of their family, kids and grandkids, and help them be as successful. Because we all know retirement for the grandkids will be on their back. There might not be Social Security like we see it. There may not be any pensions anywhere. If you don't save the money, no one else will.
Yeah, I think what do we call that, Brian? You're on your own, right?
You're on your own.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own. Yo-yo, like a yo-yo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You're on your own.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah, the yo-yo financial plan, you're on your own. That means you got to save money. Trump account is an interesting thing in that the federal government's saying, hey, we're going to encourage, here's $1,000, consider investing. Now, 90% of Americans probably have never considered investing for a kid that's born. This will get accounts open if they do the paperwork. I think it's not a bad thing at all for that purpose to get more people to get into investing their money.
Yeah, and especially if that introduces the conversation of, okay, what else can I do? You know, should I open a 529 plan? What is a 529 plan? It introduces that, oh, you're telling me I can set aside money that can grow tax-free for my child and be used for qualified education expenses? Yes, there are ways to do that. It introduces those ideas. It's really incredible.
Now, the math of all this, now, if you actually do a Trump account and they put $1,000 in, you can put an extra $4,000 in. And then every year you can put $5,000 into that account. It could be worth like $150,000 by 18 years old, which is a lot of money for an 18-year-old. Now, at 18 years old, they could take that money out, pay the tax, pay the penalty. Now, I've seen kids inherit money at 18. You know what they did?
What'd they do, Brian?
Blew it out.
Yeah.
This uncle passed away, gave the money to this kid of like $300,000. I had multiple meetings with the whole family trying to help him not spend the money. By 21, he had blown the whole inheritance on things you can't replace. So a Trump account with the ability to cash all out, it's going to be interesting at 1821 to see if people really stick with it and let it roll.
Right, and
if
they understand the tax implications to it, because they might see the dollar amount but not understand, and then get surprised when they do their taxes. Oh, I owe how much?
Yeah, so the mindset of it, you wonder, like Will they truly let it be retirement accounts? I mean, great savers will, but then there'll be some people saying, oh, I could use that money, and they'll use it quickly. And then that's why people don't have any money in retirement, because they saved in the 401k, they just switched jobs. They didn't roll it over. They cashed the $7,000 in, $8,000 in. They got nothing. And then they're 40 years old. They've not saved enough. They're 50 years old, haven't saved enough because they never let it grow. And the whole concept that makes the Trump account a good thing is money going into an investment, invest in the stock market, and you let it grow.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It is that simple. And the compounding effect of that initial $1,000 can make a huge deal. Like you said, it's a jump start for somebody by the time they turn 18. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we want to say, it's treat it like a retirement account.
Yep.
Let it grow. Don't take that money out. Let's plan other sources of funds to help buy that first house or help pay for school. Let that Trump account grow.
The purpose behind your money will dictate the time horizon, the risk level you take, and how to invest it. It cannot be your source of next week's funds. It needs to be thrown to your personal future, because no one else can be doing that. You need to set this money aside long term.
Yes. Yeah. Brian, do you ever think they're going to change the name of Trump account?
Somebody will.
Somebody, right?
Yeah, I think, what did they say, December 2028, the next month, somebody will.
You think so? Yeah. So
who knows what they'll do?
Yeah.
The idea of a child account that grows through IRA, they did have a Roth IRA named after a Delaware senator.
Right, after William Roth, right?
Now we don't even remember his name. We remember Roth IRA.
Right.
We'll see.
We'll see. But maximize it, right? Maximize it. Get that $1,000. That's maximizing your Trump account, right?
Well, that's all we want to do. Don't totally max it out. Just get it open.
Right.
Do the paperwork. Get it started. Especially with they might actually put money in it here come soon.
Yeah, let them put it in and wait to contribute.
All right, Trump account. It's a retirement account. It's not a college account. Make sure you look into it, trumpaccounts.gov. If this applies to you, your grandkids, help them get that account set up so you get the $1,000 this year, and then we'll see what we recommend in the future as they change the rules of the game. Thank you for a good show, Paul. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Today we covered all that about the Trump account. If you've missed any of that, go to our website, acresfinancialgroup.com. Check out the radio podcasts and hear all kinds of radio shows. We have over 200 shows sitting right there. We do look forward to meeting with you. We want you to win in your retirement by taking advantage of this opportunity to begin planning with us at Acres Financial Group. To schedule a free meeting with one of our team of advisors, go to our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Scroll to the schedule meeting section and let us know you'd like to schedule a free meeting right there. That's acresfinancialgroup.com, or call us at 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. We'll give you a call on Monday to schedule your free in-person meeting with one of our team of advisors. Start planning now for your retirement. Go to acresfinancialgroup.com or call us at 833-946-7384. Thank you for listening. I'm Brian Akers from Akers Financial Group, and we want you to be winning in retirement.
You've been listening to Winning in Retirement with your host, Brian Akers of Akers Financial Group. Akers Financial Group offers securities through Archedios Capital, an SIPC and FINRA member firm. Advisory services are provided through Archedios Wealth. Akers Financial Group and Archedios do not share any common ownership. Neither Archedios nor Akers Financial Group provides tax or legal advice. Advice given on winning in retirement is general in nature, and one should seek further advice from their financial advisor, broker, attorney, and or tax accountant before investing. Be sure to read each prospectus carefully to understand all the risks associated with each investment. Examples and scenarios shared are meant to be for illustrative purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
Financial freedom isn't luck, it's a plan. Are you ready to build your plan? For 34 years, we have helped Maryland families plan for retirement. We know luck isn't a strategy, proper planning is. At Akers Financial Group, we create customized retirement plans to grow your wealth, minimize taxes, and protect what you have earned. We will work with you to create a plan that fits your life. No guesswork, no luck, just clear steps to financial confidence. Your plan will be as unique as your fingerprint. Where your money should go is based on your financial fingerprint. The plan we create is unique to your needs. So give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting with us or visit our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-946-7384. Or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule your free meeting. Member FINRA, SIPC. You have built wealth, but are your investments working as hard as you did to earn them? I have lived my entire life in Harford County, and for 34 years, my team and I have been helping Maryland families plan for retirement. At Acres Financial Group, we know you worked hard to save money. So we want to help you retire and enjoy all of your retirement years. We want you to have a stress-free retirement no matter what happens on Wall Street. The plan that we create with you will be as unique as your fingerprint. We'll do the hard work for you and make sure your investments are working even harder. Give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE to schedule a meeting with us or visit our website at acresfinancialgroup.com. Call us at 833-WINRETIRE. That's 833-946-7384 or visit akersfinancialgroup.com to schedule a free meeting. Member FINRA SIPC.
The preceding was a paid program, and the views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of WJZ-FM, Odyssey, its sponsors, or affiliates.
This is WJZ-FM, Catonsville, Baltimore's sports talk at 105.7 The Fan, and always live on the free Odyssey app.